An accidental fentanyl overdoses. It's a tragedy we have unfortunately reported on many times, and the Virginia General Assembly has ended this year's legislative session, during which they made it a top priority to address this issue. 7 News' Christian Flores breaks down one bill aimed at increasing criminal penalties for dealing fentanyl-laced drugs. He's talking with a family member of a victim who testified in favor of this proposal.
She was definitely going to be something where she was influencing a lot of people. There's a lot of hope for her future.
A future cut short. Not a day goes by for Faythe Silveira where she does not think about what could have been for her niece Paula, who died from an accidental fentanyl overdose almost 4 years ago.
She was definitely impacting a lot of lives. And, after she passed away, a lot of people came forward and said, she gave me a ride. She would always help me out when I needed help. So she was just that friendly, outgoing person.
But now, a glimmer of hope after Virginia lawmakers passed a bipartisan bill allowing prosecutors to charge drug dealers with involuntary manslaughter if they sell fentanyl-laced drugs that cause a death.
It's been, devastating, of course, to be without her, but we don't want her death to be without a purpose.
Delegate Josh Thomas authored the bill after learning prosecutors and law enforcement across Virginia had difficulties tacking on manslaughter charges in cases like the death of Silveira's niece.
The route they've been taking is to just really pump up the amount of distribution drug charges and try and tack on as much sentencing as they can there, but there's not necessarily a crisp way to get the murder charge or manslaughter charge to stick.
Strong communities also work to prevent harmful drug use.
The General Assembly session started with this mandate from Governor Glenn Youngkin during a State of the Commonwealth address, as the Virginia Department of Health reported almost 2,000 fentanyl overdose deaths in the Commonwealth in 2023, which is the most recent data. Silveira made the drive down to Richmond to testify in favor of Thomas's bill, sharing her niece's story.
This is my niece. And actually, the same person that was responsible for selling a pill to my niece actually gave a pill to her son a year later.
Now, Thomas's bill heads to Youngkin's desk to be signed, though the governor had originally called for a tougher punishment.
We have collectively worked together to make an impact on the evil of fentanyl. But to truly impact the drug dealing, we must raise the penalty to felony homicide.
There are some that do need to be charged with felony homicide. Again, it's not everybody. It's just, this is casting a wider net. So I'm glad that they were able to come together and agree at least on involuntary manslaughter. It's not as heavy of a charge, but at least acknowledges that you caused someone's death.
While awaiting the governor's signature, Silveira, hoping a message has been sent. Christian Flores, 7 News.